Crypto Trader is proudly brought to you by eToro. Discover a simpler way to trade and invest in cryptocurrencies and more.
Our Crypto Trader World Tour continues this week from the island of Taiwan, home to over 25 million people and a bastion for democracy across Asia. This island broke away from mainland China communist rule and became one of the 4 Asian tigers, a hub for economic innovation. We're here for the 2018 Asia Blockchain Summit, where there's an unprecedented mix of government officials, blockchain startups, and investors. The big question this week is whether the Taiwanese government can embrace the blockchain technology and lead the way for the rest of the region to fall in line. Stay tuned. Our first stop is the Taiwan Legislature offices, where we're here to meet the world's first crypto congressman. Hi, how are you?
Welcome, good.
I'm here for Jason.
Also.
Thank you very much. Hi.
Welcome, welcome.
You must be crypto congressman Jason.
Here I am.
You're pushing for favorable regulation on blockchain here.
Exactly. I am pushing for legislation that is conducive for blockchain and crypto exchange.
So what can we expect at the conference?
We've been preparing for this Asia Blockchain Summit for the last 3 months, and we are expecting 2,500 people,
That sounds
really from all over the world. 120 speakers from 30 countries, and we have presented a group of local blockchain company, local heroes. So it's really truly the first global blockchain event coming out of Taipei.
Let's go take a look.
Let's go. So I want to show you one last thing before we leave.
What are you showing me?
For Ran, I want to show you a crypto wall of fame.
Wow. So who's the top guy?
This one is Charlie Lee, the creator of Litecoin. And we have CZ Zhao from Binance. And this one is obviously the one and only Vitalik Buterin. Ran, will I have the pleasure of having you sign on this wall?
It would be my honor.
Here we go. Very cool. Let's go to the summit, shall we?
Let's go.
For the past 2 years, I have been working and advocating an open, progressive, and fair environment for blockchain and cryptocurrency. Therefore, in June this year, I launched Taiwan Blockchain Self-Regulatory Organization as a way to work with the government. I also launched Parliamentary Coalition for Blockchain. Taiwan can lead a breakthrough in developing itself to become a blockchain island and a crypto nation. Welcome to a wonderful future. It's a privilege to be alive and to have a front seat to the revolution of our times. Thank you very much. Here's to a great ABS.
Thank you so much.
So you're a congressman here in Taiwan, and
I'm a legislator and a member of parliament.
and your task is to legislate crypto in Taiwan?
Well, my task is literally remove any legal barriers for technology and innovation. And obviously, blockchain and cryptocurrency being at the center of it. Yeah, definitely, we're trying to create progressive and friendly legislations for blockchain and crypto.
Now, where do you stand today? As it stands today, what are the legislations around crypto in Taiwan?
Yeah, basically, we look at crypto in a very light touch manner. So our regulators don't really regulate it, but we try to allow the industry and ecosystem to grow. And I also set up a self-regulatory organization for the startups and the companies to come together to self-regulate. It is my belief that the government and regulators must evolve as the technology evolves. So right now, we welcome ICO to Taiwan. It is my belief that we can turn Taiwan into an ICO trading hub.
So self-regulation, the concept of self-regulation, you seem to believe that the concept of self-regulation could work.
Yeah, basically we're looking at different models. For example, the Malta model, where it's just completely open and anyone can go and just open a bank and a segregated account, and the exchange can go. We also look at the Japan model, where it's highly regulated and it's a little bit about just too strongly regulated. But Taiwan, I believe we should position ourselves as a tech hub for blockchain.
As a regulator, what are the steps that you follow?
Yeah, so we needed to first of all define what asset class the crypto is. Right now we treat it as a virtual commodity or virtual assets, and we also need to figure out the taxation and how to tax exchanges and the profit made off of the trading. But we also ensure the consumers' data and their security and their money with risk involved is protected.
Do you believe that crypto can be a savior for Taiwan, that you could create a Silicon Valley here on this island?
Yeah, absolutely. I have this notion of creating Taiwan as a blockchain island and crypto nation. Taiwan has great talent pool, great engineers, and also we have solid hardware and software integration. On the blockchain side, we will be coming out and announcing with policies that will connect blockchain to different sectors, from public governance to agriculture to medical to voting even. So I think there's a lot we can do to make that happen.
Now, you've got viewers from the crypto community all around the world watching you today. If you had a message for them about Taiwan, what's your message?
So what we really like to do is to put a calling out there to invite all blockchain and crypto companies to come to Taiwan to explore business opportunities. And also one more thing, I also wanted to share with the world that we are studying the possibility of issuing national Taiwan digital currency. And I think with this national digital currency, I think we'll be able to do a lot of things with it.
This may become the next crypto hub. If you want more information, I'm on Twitter at CryptoManRun, and a reminder that if you are watching us on YouTube, hit the subscribe button now. Thank you very much. It's been such a pleasure having you on the show.
Thank you very much.
And it's great to see that legislators have such an open-minded and innovative approach. And I wish you all the best of luck in making Taiwan a crypto empire.
But Taiwan is very good in the sense that it's not so much what the regulation is today. Taiwan has a very large talent pool, so that's why finance is kind of very interesting in Taiwan, not only for the regulatory competitiveness, but we also look at the tech talent. So I would welcome everybody to Taiwan. I think Taiwan is a hub for innovation, for blockchain innovation in Asia. So I would encourage everyone to come here and explore this island.
Some call him the most powerful man in crypto. We think he may be one of the most powerful people today in the entire world. Changpeng Zhao is the founder of Binance and is with me in a special edition of Crypto Trader. CZ, so good to have you.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
So you announced it's a big anniversary today. What is the anniversary that you guys are celebrating today?
So last year on this day, July 2nd, we finished our ICO. So we raised $15 million worth of cryptos on our hands.
A year later, you've taken the $15 million and today it's $1.5 billion. And you're buying back the tokens.
Yes.
Why are you buying back the tokens?
So yes, so basically a year ago we sold half of our tokens half of our total supply. And as part of our white paper, our promise is to use 20% of our profits each quarter, buy them back, and then burn them. So now we're buying them back at 100x price. So a year ago, if you paid me $1, now we're giving you $100, buy them back.
So you got a lot of people smiling.
Yes.
So let's go back a little bit. When did you start Binance and what made you start Binance?
Right, so actually this idea is kind of old. Even as early as 2013, when I first learned about crypto, I thought about this two types of exchanges where you can have crypto to crypto, and that's kind of a complete island. And then you have the fiat to crypto. So in 2013, we wanted to do it, and we said too early. 2015, when I left OKCoin, I wanted to do it, but we look at the market. At that time, Poloniex was there, but we said it was still too early. The volume's quite small. And 2017, we took a look. We said, oh, the market's pretty big. We got to do it. So it's not a new idea. We've been thinking about it for quite a while. It's just the timing of it. We decided to do it in 2017.
Well, they say timing is everything, and I guess you're living proof that timing is everything. What do you think were the biggest factors in your success?
Well, I think timing is a very, very big factor. I think luck is a very big factor, to be honest, for any successful people or person or company. But at the same time, I think people think of Binance as 1 year, but it's really 20 years for us.
So you've been thinking about exchanges and working in exchanges, financial exchanges for the last 20 years?
Me personally, yes, and more than half of my core team have been with me for 10 years, have been working with me for 10 years in the trading space. And even before Binance, for the last 2 years before Binance, we were developing trading systems, exchange systems. So we had a product ready even before Binance. So Binance is kind of new, but we had the systems ready, we had a team, and then we didn't have customer support, we didn't have marketing, but we added those two pieces as part of Binance, but quite a lot of it was done before. So we had a lot of preparation, and we worked really, really hard.
And in 1 year, you became what is the biggest exchange today, and it's made you one of the most powerful people in crypto. Why do you think people came to Binance as opposed to the other exchanges? What was it about Binance that attracted everyone to Binance?
So I think there's a couple of different angles. On one part is a more fundamental part, which is you got to have a good product, good service. I think our service is okay. To be honest, it's not perfect. I really want to improve it, but I think in the industry we're kind of good compared to others. But I think the other big part is your ethical, your behavior. So there's a lot of dodgy stuff that goes on in the crypto space. We want to be the most ethical, most powerful exchange. So that's our philosophy. We really want to protect users. We actually don't say that a lot publicly, but people understand it. People are smart. So people tell other people we're a good exchange. We actually use our power. We have a lot of responsibility. We have to use our power very carefully. We're very careful about the projects we support, because whichever one we say we support, everybody rushes in. We bear the responsibility.
Now, how big is the operation today? How many people work at Binance today?
So today, I think we're under 250 people. I think we're 238, 39 people, the total team size. Compared to other exchanges, I think most of the other exchanges in the top 10 are more than 1,000 people. So we have a very small team.
So you arguably are now the #1 exchange in the world. What's your strategy going forward?
So I think basically crypto is just the beginning. We're just at the beginning of the crypto space. There's a lot more coins coming out. There's a lot of stuff there's a lot of good projects. So I think as an exchange, we're the liquidity provider. If you think about cryptocurrency, the blood of the economy, we're the heart. We're pumping the blood, right? So we're making everything circulate. So I think our job is to identify good projects, help them. And so this is why we have the Binance Labs, which invest in earlier stage projects. We have Launchpad, which is an ICO platform. We haven't really used it too much because we're too busy with exchange. So we want to push that. We also have a lot of social responsibility. So we now have a Binance Charity Foundation. We have made a few donations in Africa already. So there's a lot of stuff, and also Binance Academy, which is a research arm for Binance, and also Binance Info, which is an information distribution platform. So all of those stuff, I'm actually not too involved. I'm only involved on the exchange part, because that's the only thing I know how to do. I want to hire the best people to run those other branches or departments, and I just do what I do best.
Now, you talk about all using Binance Coin, and there was news earlier this year that you guys are launching a decentralized exchange. Yes. What's the logic of launching a decentralized exchange if you are the biggest centralized exchange?
Right, so I believe that decentralized exchange is the future. I don't know when that future will come here yet. So again, I think we're at an early stage for that. So I don't know if it's a year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, I don't know, but we got to be ready for it. So we're now actively investing our efforts, our time into it. We have a dedicated team working on this. I'm hoping to see a prototype within a couple of months.
So do you see the decentralized exchange eventually eliminating the current centralized exchange?
I think this depends on what time frame you're looking at. If you're talking about 5 to 10 years, I think yeah.
And is this because of security issues and hack issues, or is it a much bigger thing?
I think it's a much bigger thing. I think centralized exchanges right now have much higher efficiency, so much higher trading volume. And that actually today, I think Binance is probably more secure than decentralized exchanges. I think that's a misconception for people. But decentralized exchanges will give you more freedom, right? So you can be more anonymous in terms of your trading. You don't have to hold your assets on the exchange. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's safer for you. You just think you have more control, right? The performance of decentralized exchanges will always be slower than centralized ones, because if you have 1,000 computers synchronizing with each other versus one computer that just processes it and we're done with it, the decentralized one will be slower. But once they're fast enough, I think many of the volume may over. But I think that's going to take a couple of years.
I want to segue a little bit because I know our viewers are watching this and they're saying, I want to get my coin listed on Binance. I was watching you walking and every 2 minutes someone comes up to you and says, will you list my coin on Binance? What's the process? Who decides? How do you make those decisions?
Right. So I'm actually no longer involved in those decisions at all. We have a team which is called a research team. There's only one way to submit listings. But the guys coming up to me and telling me, hey, explaining a project to me, does nothing. There's nothing I can decide in like 1 minute, 2 minutes, even one day. In order to learn about a project, you got to look at the white paper, read it, understand it, play with the products, research the community, look at the source code on GitHub, look at the community reviews on Reddit. So there's a lot of stuff going on. But fundamentally, we look for three things. We look for a good team, ideally a team with history. Team with ability, it's kind of hard to tell if they're going to do the right thing or wrong thing, but team with a good history tends to carry on. And we look for products. So if you just have a concept, it's good, but I think Binance is kind of slowly no longer listing concept coins. We're too big. If you just have a concept, you can list on a smaller exchange first, and we can monitor the performance if you.
So you actually want the product to be working?
Yes, and not only that, we want the product to have users. So that's the third thing. So we actually check how many users you have. So we don't publish any hard standards. So for example, you have to have like say 10,000 users in Telegram, because if we say that, people are just going to incentivize people to join the Telegram group.
Or buy Telegram groups which are existing.
Yes, yes. So we don't publish any hard metrics, but fundamentally, if you have a good project, we will list it, right? And we don't allow we don't have a contact person for you to talk to, because for any people come up to me and say, hey, CZ, I'll give you $20 million to list my coin. I'm like, I don't need that money, thank you.
Well, that brings me to my next question. There have been allegations that exchanges charge exorbitant listing fees. We've heard in some cases that it's $5 million per trading pair. Does Binance charge listing fees?
So we do, but what we do is that we don't negotiate, and we don't ask for a price. The project team, when they submit the application, they tell us what they want to pay, and you can say zero, which we will accept. And we have listed coins that said zero.
But is it a case that if I tell you that I want to pay $1 million, that I have a better chance of being listed on Binance?
Actually, so there's a sweet spot of the money you pay. We actually, like, if it's too high, we actually get worried. If you want to pay us like $20 million US, it's like, who would want to pay us $20 million? Who would be that eager to list that coin? Yeah. Most likely some scam, right? So too high is actually not too good. There's a sweet spot somewhere. Zero is okay too. We list a few coins that says zero, and because they're great projects, we list them. So it's a free market. I wouldn't say where the sweet spot is, but it's not that high. We list coins for fairly low fees.
Do you see other exchanges as competition? And if yes, which exchanges worry you?
So I actually never view the other exchanges as competition, because we don't compete with them. A lot of them wrongly view us as competition. But if you look at our strategy, when they're doing like fiat exchanges, we are doing crypto to crypto. When they follow us doing crypto to crypto, we're going to Africa. So we go to Malta. I think a lot of people probably doesn't know Malta. A lot of people in the crypto space only know Malta because of us. Right?
So what was the logic of going to Malta? Was it because of tax reasons, or were there bigger reasons for you guys to go to Malta?
I think the reasons are very simple. We interacted with the government a couple of months before that. They were really progressive. It's the people, right? So the regulators there, even though the law is still being shaped, the regulators they understand crypto, they understand blockchain, they're good people. They're pro-business, pro-innovation.
CZ, if we speak to you again in 5 years' time, what do you want to achieve? What do you want to be remembered for?
So I want to be remembered as the guy who helped the world adopt crypto. So I just want to be remembered as CZ helped a little bit.
Now, why is crypto so important? Why do you want to be remembered as the guy that helped the world adopt crypto. Why is crypto so important to you?
It's the freedom. It's the increase in freedom. If you look at throughout human history, every time there's an increase in freedom, the world changes for the better. Yes. The mass gets better, like the freedom of slavery, the freedom of press, freedom of speech, and the freedom of knowledge, data, internet. Every time there's an increase in freedom, people's lives become better.
It's been an eventful couple of days in Taiwan at the 2018 Asia Blockchain Summit. With me, I've got one of the organizers, Andrew Fay. Andrew, welcome to Crypto Trader.
Thank you, Ran.
Is crypto a big thing here in Taiwan?
I think crypto is starting to gain a lot of momentum, as we observed. I came back last July, and we were at a little coffee shop with 5 people. Now we have a big conference of 2,000 people attending. This just kind of identifies how the momentum and trend we're going to heading towards in entire Taiwan, and it's a lot of excitement right now.
So 2,000 people here. Who are these people? Are they projects? Are they investors? Are they legislators? Who's here?
So we invite a lot of people from the government entities and also from quite a lot of regulators as well. And then as you see, Jason invited a lot of legislators to come. So it was like a really focus on regulation and have extended to other discussion. And there are a lot of blockchain enthusiasts and people trying to learn more blockchain.
Now, how instrumental is Super Crypto Congressman Jason in the development of the Taiwan blockchain scene?
Wow. Jason has been helping a lot of startups of all sorts, and he's been paying huge attention of his time on helping blockchain and cryptocurrency initiatives to really branch out of a better future here in Taiwan.
So, Crypto Taiwan, if we were to take a drive in the city, where would we go? What would we see?
I think the first place you're going to see will be Jason Shu's office at the parliament, and then you'll kind of get a feel about all the people he's been in touch with. Vitalik visited the office, CZ visited the office, and Charlie Lee visited the office. It symbolizes the starting point of Taiwan in terms of blockchain.
So our guide here, Andrew, is going to take us on an exclusive tour of Crypto Taiwan.
Welcome to my office.
So good to see you.
This is our Taiwan office.
The UpLive offices in Taiwan.
Yes, this is where we run all of our Taiwan operations for UpLive as well as Gifto.
It's quite a big operation. What are these people doing?
So they're responsible for our entire Taiwan market for UpLive and Gifto. So broadcaster management, marketing operations, so on and so forth. So for example, here we are. We have broadcasters live at all times across the week. So we're monitoring, watching, and always improving our experience over here.
So he's monitoring a broadcaster now?
Yeah, managing, talking with them. And of course, as part of Gifto, we're creating our first local Taiwan media channel for crypto. It's called Crypto Girls, and she's educating our users about crypto, in Chinese, of course.
Taiwan has always been known for its hardware technology manufacturing capabilities, and in the blockchain revolution it should be no different. We're here visiting a company called CoolBitX, which is manufacturing a cool hardware wallet. Let's go take a look. Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you, Ran?
Are these your new offices?
Yes, this is our new office.
Looks pretty cool, looks like a real startup.
Yeah, we just moved in this year.
It looks amazing, and there are wallets over here I can see. So Michael, show me what all the fuss is about. Show me how this wallet actually works.
Okay. So this is the wallet we create. We call it Wallet S. And the very different thing about it, comparing with all other hardware wallet, is it's a credit card size and it's Bluetooth enabled device. So it works with both iOS and Android. So we shorten the entire transaction operation time from typically what you have with USB based wallet, 3 to 5 minutes, to only 10 seconds.
So let's just go back a little bit. So first of all, this works with an app and a phone, which is already quite unique, right? Because if I want to use my other wallets, and I'm not going to mention their names, but I have to take it into my laptop.
Correct.
So now you've got a wallet that actually works with the phone.
Yes.
So do I need to download an app?
Yes, we have developed our own native iOS and Android app, which gives a very unique experience where you have previously laptop software wallet. You have to download them and open a laptop and open the software, and then turn on the Wi-Fi and plug in the USB.
So it takes 5 minutes to execute a transaction if you're lucky.
Right.
Now, how does this work with the mobile phone?
Okay. Let me give you a very quick demo.
Sure.
Okay. Let's say, let's use Ripple, for example.
My favorite token.
Okay, first you open the Kubix app, and then copy an address, and then paste the address you're sending to, and choose the address you're sending from. Let's say we got to send in 1 Ripple, and then turn on the Quality S card. Then press next.
Now the Bluetooth is talking to each other, so the phone is talking to the card.
Correct.
So I'm going to confirm it.
No.
Now it's asking for your Face ID.
Now it recognizes my face. Now the app is sending the transaction detail to the card to make the transaction.
Okay.
Okay?
Now press confirm.
You press the confirm on the card. And again, okay. You'll see once you press the button to confirm the transaction signature is being sent to the phone, then broadcasted to the blockchain. No.
Simple as that.
Simple as that.
Okay, I have a whole lot of questions for you.
Okay.
The battery lasts 3 weeks. What happens if I lose my wallet?
If you lose your wallet, it's the same as every other hardware wallet. You recover
Using the seed?
Using the seed, yes.
So you've basically created a wireless wallet that talks to a cell phone via Bluetooth and is as secure. Is it as secure?
It's even more secure because what we do here is what we call 2+1 authentication.
Mm-hmm.
The card itself only recognizes the user's own phone. If it's your phone, then it wouldn't talk to your phone.
Phone, card, and face.
Phone, card, and the face, correct.
Now, you mentioned something to me earlier on. You mentioned about peer-to-peer trading without an exchange, just using the hardware wallet. How does that work?
Okay, so by integrating with Joyso, we essentially enable people trading from one hardware wallet to another hardware wallet without knowing each other and without having to open an account or making a deposit to a third party. That's a lot of risk involved.
Sure. So you're enabling peer-to-peer trading through a decentralized exchange direct from a hardware wallet.
Correct.
Now, where do I get one of these wallets from?
You can visit our website, coolwallet.io.
Coolwallet.io.
Yeah.
And how much is one of those?
$189 each.
And do you send them anywhere in the world?
Anywhere in the world.
So can I take this wallet?
Yeah, sure.
Thanks, my friend. Now, if you want one of these wallets, Michael over here has agreed to give away 10 wallets.
What?
Don't worry. Michael here has agreed to give away 10 wallets to 10 of our viewers. All you have to do is get me on Twitter @CryptoManRan and tell me that you want one of these cool Bitex wallets. And Michael here will send it to you. Thank you, Michael. Thanks for coming on Crypto Trader. Our Crypto Trader World Tour continues. We came to Taipei in Taiwan as strangers with no expectations. We leave here enamored and full of friends. Thank you very much, Taiwan. Thank you very much, Taipei.
Crypto Trader is proudly brought to you by eToro. Discover a simpler way to trade and invest in cryptocurrencies and more.